Hello everyone, this is Dr. Russell Schaefer. For my next little part of my three-part series, we're going to be going through a quick little denture and how we do that as of middle of January 2024. So yeah, let's open up a denture file that I've recently done. So, load up Blue Sky Plan, open up Dentures, these are models that I've adjusted already a while back. And we have the denture model right there, maxillary, edentulous, to alignment, and follow the prompts. Hold down Shift. Let me show you actually, sorry about that. Click maxillary, model, click the maxilla, click on edentulous, hit continue to alignment. Follow the prompts, hold down Shift, click where it's pointing at, and you get some models aligned there. Perfect. Now let's see here. It looks like we might have to make sure the models are all nice and pretty. So hit down Model Edit, select those manually, and now let's make sure everything's cleaned up good here before we get started here. Close those holes up, otherwise these might not turn out pretty like we want them to. Close those holes up, and now let's get rid of all these other pieces because they will mess up our models. I'm just going to lasso these things real quick before I forget. Good. Let's do the mandible one real quick here. The mandible looks good. Great. Alright, we are going to put some teeth on this thing here. Alright, so let us add some teeth. I'll go with, let's go with some of my favorite ones, these T7s. These are nobiliums. Hold down Shift and click on the model. First we're going to do here is just kind of take a guess where we think the teeth should go. So you're going to kind of move around the teeth in the arch. You know, what I always recommend is kind of do big movements first and then go with small movements second. So I kind of like to, you know, put them where I think 8 and 9 should go. We're going to try to follow the bone a little bit here. And we're going to just make big movements. You want to move the big arrows, don't move the small arrows. Small arrows move the whole center thing. That's not good. Control Z to move it back. And you kind of want to make the teeth kind of flow out of the bone is what we really want to do here. So, right click on the bottom here to toggle visibility here. And let's try to line everything up so it looks pretty good here. So get along the middle suture here. Good, good, good. Great. Let's make sure it looks like, let's make the mandibular one visible again. Looks good there. Great, that looks like it's kind of coming out from all the bone right there. I like that. Now what we want to do here is make sure our retromolar pads are kind of all lined up like I want them to. Let's see, that looks pretty good right there. Let's actually go a little bit higher there. And maybe go a little bit higher as well. Okay, good. And now what we're going to want to do is kind of get them over the ridge on the mandible. So next we do is go to denture panel, show high teeth chain, which is going to let us move everything kind of out a little bit. So in this case right here, we're going to select these buttons right here, move opposing teeth, and keep it opposing arch and occlusion. You're going to click on the red buttons right here to lock 8 and 9 in place because we like 8 and 9. Hold down Shift, and we're going to move 7 and 10 slightly buckle. So hold down Shift, moving both slightly buckle here. Let's see here, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. My computer is kind of old, unfortunately. There we go. Good. And that kind of lines everything up nicely right there. Good, good, good. Great. And I like what that's at right there. Put all the teeth together here. Now what I would do in this case right here is just because how far out The first molars are here compared to everything else, because I don't like how far out everything is right there. I'm actually going to lock in the canines here a little bit, and we'll move everything in just a little bit here on both sides. Let's see here. Yeah, you can see how far away we are from the maxillary ridge. Control Z, I want to go back a little bit more. Maybe not that far. What I'll probably end up doing in this sort of case right here is go in the next step here, which would be manipulate model. Now I'd actually probably start putting teeth maybe in crossbite a little bit. So I'd probably honestly end up here, click on that tooth. We can actually just move teeth a little bit crossbite here. That way we get better forces, because we want all the forces of the teeth to go right over that ridge. And that is how I'd set teeth there. So, in about a few minutes, literally under a couple minutes, I have set some teeth for this patient. And they look okay to me. Let's see on that side, actually I probably would set these ones just a little bit farther in crossbite as well. There we go. Good. Now let us make some arches for this patient, some bases. So select the maxillary arch, hit maxilla, create denture, right click visibility on the top. I like a good 0.3 millimeter, 0.3 undercut. Set direction from view. We don't want too much brown. Define posterior palatal seal. I know I had something beforehand last month about how to do a Luckman dam. I'm not going to show you how to do that right now. If you want to see that, you can go to my other YouTube videos. 1.5 is where I like to be at. And you kind of want to follow this little line here to make a good Luckman dam. Make a good palatal dam. All right, good, good, good. Next, let's actually make the little, hold down shift, and you can start making the outline of the denture here. Now, don't make small movements. You want to make kind of big movements here. All right, sometimes it'll actually, my computer right now, like I said, is old and slow, so let's redo everything here. It sometimes gets caught up, and I don't know why it does that. Hold down shift, like I said, make big movements. Now if you want to add more spots, you hold down shift. You can move the points as well. And hit next. And it'll create a denture base for you. Now we can actually smooth this out if we want to. I like very smooth gingiva. And you can always add and subtract stuff as you want to here. So if you want to add a little bit here, or subtract, you can play with all these different tools. I never play with local deform, honestly, or show teeth chain, or move tooth chain at this point. But you can play with them as you want to. Next, we go next. And tooth offset, this if you want to make a split file denture. For these ones right here, I like a 0.4. But if you use the other ones, the other ones that are not denture teeth, use a 0.3. And minimum denture thickness, I like a minimum denture thickness of 0.4. Do not connect the teeth, and then go next. It'll take a little while here. All right, now we have a couple ways of doing this now. So if you wanted to make a monolithic denture, I'm not going to export anything this time just because if I do, I'll actually get charged. If you want to make let's say a split file denture, we're printing on denture base, denture teeth, we would first export the teeth like this. So go File, Export Data, export everything like this, and then go boom, name the file. And then you would hide everything, visible, visible, and then you would click on denture fin and export this as a file. And this is where you get charged. Right here, File, Export Data. They charge you half an export fee. So that's one option for you. Or if you wanted to, you could also export, if you want to make everything as monolithic, which is the way some people like doing it. And then export only teeth. You can do all as a monolithic denture, which is nice because they're strong. Like that. And export this as all one file. I like monolithics because they're easy to print and less work, but you got to stain it. And that's the two ways to do dentures. And doing the mandibular denture honestly is about the same way. I recommend trying it for yourself. But I kind of want to give everyone kind of a good feel for how everything's kind of done for dentures. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this little lecture on how you do dentures. Thank you for watching. Thank you. Take care.